shot. So we have Claudia here. We can start with questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Recording in progress.
That was on.
So we'll start with questions. And Jacob, go ahead.
Thank you, Ryan. Good afternoon, Claudia. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us today. First question for me is just your overall thoughts going into tomorrow's game against Chicago when and the club is in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, overall thoughts, I think it's like we've realized this week how important it is. And it's obviously, it's super exciting because it's kind of based similar to the Premier League where everybody's playing at the same time, so you don't really know ahead of time. So I think that kind of gives a little bit more excitement because it's like we have to go out and win, basically, and I think everybody knows that because sometimes like at the end of last game, we knew information about some of the other games, so it wasn't like a dire need to go and score a goal or to give up a goal. So I think this, just everybody's attitude going into this is just like win and give it everything we have.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob. And then Steven.
Hey, Claudia, I wanted to ask, Chicago's not done really well in the standings, but they're pretty formidable in attack. They've scored, probably, I think, 9 of the last 10 regular season games. I wonder, as a goalkeeper and with the Rain defense, what do you guys feel you need to do to keep them from scoring tomorrow?
Yeah, I think they have had a tough year. I think the injuries have hurt them a lot, but their attacking threats seem to pop up every game. And I don't know how many goals they've actually scored back-to-back, but I feel like they're always up there. Like, they always have many chances in games, and you always see how good the finishers are. And I think also it's like, since I've been playing in general, it's every team we've been playing against is so good going forward. And I think that we've highlighted more defensive tactics and shape and everything more in training to try and counter that a little bit. So I think, our defense is incredible. Yeah, we've conceded a few goals, but I think it's just sticking together on this one, communicating a lot, watching on a film on what they like to do, tendencies and things like that. And I think just, going out there and fighting for each other. And I think that's been a good topic this week that we've talked about a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steven. And then Jeff.
Even though you hadn't played in the regular season, you had got the cup matches, which gets you in playing and training. Were you able to draw on that once you did move into that regular starter role?
Yeah, I think it was definitely because last year I had only played that one game, so it's very different. Like going into Challenge Cup, you know that the teams won't start a lot of the national team players and everything. So it was me going out there the first game. Obviously, was a little nervous, but once you start again, I think it's just like riding a bike. So obviously, I was nervous. Every game for the Challenge Cup because they were so far apart. So it's weird. You kind of get out of rhythm. But I think consistently now I'm starting to feel more confident. And the first few games I made a few mistakes, but I think that comes with more experience and learning and feeling what it's like playing again because it's been such a long time. But I think, it set me up well to succeed and help my teammates in any way. But I also think it comes from the back line and the forwards. Like, they all gave me a lot of confidence and made me, help me believe in myself more. So I think that ultimately made me feel better about going out there, and especially in the regular season. Like, I know Challenge Cup, we say that it's different, and it kind of is, but regular season's this whole different ball game. And I think, without my teammates, I definitely would have felt a little bit more nervous.
Following up on your question with Jacob, does this feel like a cup match? Given that it's a play-in, essentially, there is a direct consequence to the result of this beyond just the place in the standings.
Yeah, I similar to I started at the beginning with the Premier League stuff. I'm super into that stuff and I get really excited about it. And it is kind of like that. You're watching it like a cup game, and if you don't win, you don't make it. It's kind of like Louisville. And I feel like we had a good attitude going into that, but it's also that tomorrow could be the last game, but it's also it's still a chance to go out and play, and I think that's the most important thing for us. It doesn't really feel like the season's over, but we want to do everything for each other at this point, and we want to continue to play as long as we can. So I think, me personally, I'm trying not to think about the loss or what that can be. I just want to go out there and kind of have fun with everybody in case it is the last game we have together.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. And then Steph.
Thanks. Hey, Steph Young from The Athletic. Given that
I mean, the Reign are not the only team that are working on a, win and you're in scenario
Yeah.
with the result. But given that everyone's had a good 6, 7, maybe even 8 full days to kind of sit on that and think about it, there's also been discussion, at least from other teams, about like not letting focus kind of tip over into an unproductive level of stress or anxiety. I'm just wondering if you've seen that, or what are the warning signs of that to you, and if the vibe, in the locker room has kind of dealt with that and trying to maintain like, let's focus but not, overstress ourselves.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think we had a couple of days off this week, and I think everybody kind of needed that. It was that, as I said before, like it hasn't really felt like a long year, but like after that game, it was like, whoa, like the past 3 games that we had played was just like great teams, like very stressful, needed to win, needed to get results. I think we had like Monday off, and it was so nice to just like relax, or Sunday. We had a few days off, and I think everybody, when we came back into training after those days off, had a like go get it attitude, go for it. And everybody was positive. Yeah, everybody's tired, and it's the end of the season. Everybody has little injuries, but I think the vibe has been good. Like everybody wants to go out there and do well, and I think we all are aware that it could be the last game, and so was as well as all the other teams. So I think we have to know that, like, going in tomorrow, yeah, they're not going to make playoffs, but they're going to go out and want to win. What team doesn't want to do that? So I think it'll be a good challenge. And we haven't played them in a long time, so it'll be interesting. But I think we're up for it, and we're ready for it.
Thanks.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steph. And then Jacob?
Just a fun question from me, Claudia. Tar Heel football's playing tonight, prime time. Are they going 6-0 tonight?
You should ask my dad that one. He cares a lot more than I do. But
Got
he
it.
makes me he watch it sometimes. But yeah, I mean they look good this year. Drake May, is that who it is?
Yeah.
He's doing really well, and it's fun to watch him. He's from around where I grew up, and I loved Luke May, so I'm already a big fan of that. But yeah, anytime the Tar Heels win and anything, it's great. I just would rather watch soccer, I guess, now.
Thanks, Jacob.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's it for questions. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Claudia.
Thank you.